Let's have a bit of a laugh at Harry and Meghan's expense because I'm finally caught up with this South Park episode.
It's quite vicious in a way, but quite funny as well.
What matters is what we have on the inside.
Time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
South Park, it's come to life. That's what we're witnessing in this hospital room right here.
You can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is.
South Park has done a parody.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy Kaling.
It has really upset Meghan Markle.
Like the gross disrespect to the intimacy and privacy of marriage and childbirth.
Okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
So you hate journalists? That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
Any type of flower arranging is just telling a story. What story do you want to tell? Maybe leave the country. Maybe disown your dad. Be creative with it.
Just now, South Park dropped what people are calling the banned Meghan Markle episode, and it's absolute chaos. We're talking a full-blown parody so savage, so unfiltered, that Meghan allegedly tried to stop it before it even aired. But South Park, they didn't flinch. They dropped it anyway. And now the internet can't look away. TikTok's reenacting every scene, Twitter's in meltdown mode, and YouTube is exploding with reactions. But this isn't your average cartoon roast. This is a cultural takedown of Meghan and Harry's entire Hollywood image. And it all spirals from one real, cringe-worthy moment Meghan filmed herself. The episode is called Respect Our Pregnancy, but what it really does is strip the royal fantasy clean. And let's just say, it's not Meghan who gets the last word. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will change the way you see this saga forever.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
When was the last time you twerked, Alex? I don't think I've ever twerked in my life. You must have.
That's fine, I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. We don't need to be a brand, do we?
Starts off wild and only gets wilder. Meghan shows up in the episode as a twerking, camera-hungry version of herself, pregnant and glowing, storming through a hospital documentary shoot while her baby bump literally starts unraveling on camera. And no, that's not some wild exaggeration. That's the actual storyline. It's over the top for sure, but the foundation? Straight from real life. 'Cause long before South Park ever animated it, Meghan had already gone viral for posting a real hospital video where she was dancing while pregnant, with Harry awkwardly bobbing behind her like a confused backup dancer. The internet didn't hold back. Within hours, the video became meme material. That's when Parker and Stone knew they had gold. They saw the clip, smelled the chaos, and turned it into full-blown animated carnage.
It's so funny, too, that you keep calling me Megan. You know, it's Megan now.
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
People were saying meh. It's not meh. It's pronounced me. The H is silent.
See, I didn't know who H was. At the time, I just loved his Insta feed.
Now, here's where it gets even messier. Technically, this episode wasn't banned. Not officially. But the way Meghan's team reacted, you'd think it was some kind of national security leak. According to insiders, her PR squad hit full panic mode. Legal teams were contacted, behind-the-scenes threats were flying, and they tried everything to bury the episode before it hit the air. But South Park doesn't ask permission. They don't back down. They kicked the door open and said what everyone else was too afraid to say. And in doing so, they didn't just poke fun. They turned Meghan and Harry into one of the most talked about punchlines in pop culture. Because when you spend years trying to control the narrative, and then South Park comes in with no filter and a cartoon scalpel, yeah, things unravel fast.
It's so funny you keep saying Meghan Markle, you know it's Sussex.
It's important we do this ourselves, Harry, and not live off your family.
I agree. We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set.
Is this a wrinkle I see in my blouse? Who the f ironed this? I told you to iron this shirt 10 times. It looks like you only ironed it 9.
So how did we even get here? Let's rewind to the moment Meghan hit record and accidentally launched the internet's latest obsession. Picture this: Meghan, fully glammed up, glowing like she's at a red carpet event, but instead she's in what looks like a hospital room. Except this isn't just a hospital. It's a perfectly staged production set. She's rocking a huge baby bump, the lighting's suspiciously perfect, and then out of nowhere, she starts twerking. Yup, twerking. In a hospital gown, 9 months pregnant. And next to her, Prince Harry, looking like he wandered into the wrong reality show. He's wide-eyed, stiff, and trying to keep up like he's auditioning for Dancing with the Stars. Royal Family Edition. It was supposed to be relatable. It was supposed to go viral. And it did, just not the way she planned.
Everyone says they don't have time to make homemade meals, but if you just have 3 nannies, 2 butlers, a housekeeper, a driver, and a full-time personal assistant, you have all the time in the world. Stop making excuses and start moving snacks from one bag to another.
It is elevating the ordinary little things. And who got the Kroger peanut butter? It's not even organic.
The internet didn't react with awe. It responded with memes, mockery, and confusion. TikToks tore the video apart. Instagram meme pages had a field day. Headlines called it tone-deaf, bizarre, even desperate. One viral comment summed it up perfectly: 9 months pregnant, but the club still calls. And just like that, Meghan's attempt at a real and raw moment became front-row material in the Cringe Hall of Fame. But here's what makes it even more unbelievable. This wasn't leaked footage. This wasn't caught by paparazzi. Meghan uploaded it herself. She believed it would be empowering, maybe even iconic. Instead, it cracked the carefully curated image wide open. Because when the spin wears off and the camera keeps rolling, the illusion doesn't hold. And even her most loyal fans were quiet.
But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Industry insiders noticed too. Whispers started circulating that Meghan's future projects were being quietly reevaluated. Calls weren't being returned. One studio exec didn't mince words. No one wants that kind of circus attached to their production. And just when the buzz around the hospital video started fading, South Park stepped in and threw gasoline on the fire. They didn't just mock the moment, they immortalized it. Meghan and Harry weren't just parroted. Their entire brand got tossed into a cartoon blender. Respect Our Pregnancy doesn't feel like satire, it feels like a mirror. And what's reflected back is messy, overproduced, and oddly familiar. Because when Meghan shows up pitching her pregnancy documentary at South Park Elementary, it's not storytelling. It's PR chaos dressed in a crown.
You know, why jam? Why jam? Why jam? You know, does she want to be, seen as a traditional wife now rather than a grand humanitarian politico? Tom,
I mean, if she does, I mean, good on her. I can't.
I'm half winding you up. Now. You must know that. You must know.
And from there, everything spirals. Dan sees the train wreck coming a mile away. Kyle's trying to find some deeper meaning, but Cartman sees a business opportunity. He hijacks Meghan's entire documentary project, slaps on a Darth Vader helmet, grabs a coffee machine, and starts directing with actual fireworks, because of course he does. What follows isn't filmmaking. It's Meghan's real-life PR stunts cranked to cartoon insanity. Hospital hallway explosions, dramatic monologues, amateur stunts. It's every idea she's ever pushed taken to absurd extremes. But beneath all the chaos is something that hits too close to home. South Park didn't just exaggerate, they amplified the contradictions. And that's what makes it sting. It's not just funny, it's uncomfortably accurate.
Hey, lowly cameraman, come over here and try some fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. Try the fried chicken. We need to make it look like I actually care about my camera crew. Come get some fried chicken. Act like you're having fun. Act like you're having fun.
I want my home to feel welcoming. Do you feel welcome? Does my soundstage welcome you? Mindy and I are such great friends, like besties. Like, I love her. Like, she doesn't know my name, but we're best friends.
By the way, I love your Luke.
Sorry, what's that?
Your Luke. You look amazing. Your Luke.
My Luke. My Luke.
She likes my Luke.
Climax hits like a wrecking ball. Cartoon Meghan waddles into the hospital delivery room dressed like she's headlining a music festival. Cameras rolling. She's glowing. She's confident. She starts twerking mid-filming again. Sure, this will go viral. But then it happens. The giant pillow she's using as a baby bump slips out and hits the floor. That's the moment South Park stops being a cartoon and starts feeling like a headline. They didn't just mock the image, they questioned the reality. And viewers didn't gasp, they laughed. Loudly. 'Cause when the animated version of you feels more believable than the real one, that's not parody, that's a problem. And right on cue, Prince Harry crashes into the scene yelling, "Respect our pregnancy," like he's leading some royal uprising. But instead of being powerful, it instantly became a meme. From there, the chaos doesn't let up. Cartman shouts, "That's going in the trailer." Kyle's begging someone to make it stop, but it's too late. Meghan's been locked in animated history, and the worst part? It's funnier than anything she's ever done on purpose. The real sting here isn't the exaggeration. It's that South Park barely needed to stretch the truth. Contradictions in Meghan and Harry's public image are already doing all the heavy lifting. They say they want privacy, but their cartoon selves are literally chanting, "We want privacy," while being interviewed, filming a documentary, and doing press tours. Sound familiar? That's not creative writing, that's just the timeline. The louder they demand peace, the more public their lives become. And audiences aren't confused anymore, they're exhausted. So when South Park finally laid it all bare, people didn't say, "How dare they?" They said, "Finally." Even in the episode, when the boys start asking, "How are these two anti-media while filming everything?" there's just silence. The same silence you hear in real-life interviews when Harry complains about journalists, only to follow it up with a polished PR campaign and another round of exclusive deals. It's not about escaping the spotlight, it's about owning it on their terms. And the moment that control slips, the lawsuits, the damage control, the press leaks, it all kicks in. But here's the truth. Meghan and Harry aren't being unfairly targeted. They're just not fooling people anymore. South Park didn't invent the joke, they just delivered the punchline. And now the whole internet's laughing. And by the time Meghan's team realized what South Park had done, it was already too late. The episode had aired, clips were going viral, and hashtags were trending non-stop. Inside sources told Page 6 that her entire PR team went into overdrive. Lawyers were on standby, crisis firms were pulled out of retirement, and everyone was scrambling to contain the damage. But here's the catch. You can't spin your way out of a South Park takedown. Once you're animated, once the internet turns your moment into a meme, it's public property. And the panic behind the scenes? Totally real. Reports say Meghan's reps were already calling production partners days before the episode dropped, trying to kill it in advance. But this is Trey Parker and Matt Stone we're talking about. They've been sued, banned, dragged through the cultural fire, and they've never blinked. Instead of backing down, the South Park creators just added fuel to the fire. And now, the episode feels even more dangerous, more forbidden. People want to see it simply because Meghan didn't want them to. But it gets worse. According to whispers from insiders speaking to Deadline and Variety, Meghan's twerking stunt and the fallout from the episode have made her a risky name in Hollywood. Projects that were in talks suddenly went silent. Production companies hit pause. One executive didn't hold back, saying, "No one wants that kind of circus around their production." Translation? Meghan's not seen as powerful. She's seen as unpredictable. Even her as ever branding, once praised as a symbol of empowerment, started crumbling when people realized the fake sellout was just a limited stock tactic. Combine that with the South Park firestorm, and now studios aren't seeing inspiration, they're seeing liability. This wasn't just a rough PR day. This was a reputational sinkhole. Meghan thought she was leading a movement. Instead, she's leading a meme. And the gates of Hollywood? They're starting to close. The only question left now, is there any way out of this? Or has the world officially moved on? While Meghan's PR machine scrambled to patch things up, the internet did what it does best. Roasted without mercy. Within hours of the episode airing, TikTok was flooded with reenactments of the pillow slip scene. Full costumes, full drama. Twitter, pure chaos. Side-by-side edits of Meghan's real video and her animated double racked up millions of views. And the reaction wasn't just amusement, it was unity. A shared moment of cringe that brought everyone together. One viral tweet nailed it. South Park did in 20 minutes what British tabloids couldn't do in 5 years. And make no mistake, This wasn't just social media having a laugh. This was full-blown reputation collapse in real time. Reddit threads turned into digital courtrooms, with people debating whether Meghan and Harry had any self-awareness left. Spoiler alert, the verdict wasn't in their favor. YouTube was overflowing with reaction videos, breakdowns, and even lip-sync parodies of Harry's now iconic meltdown line, "Respect our pregnancy." Suddenly, Meghan wasn't trending for her charity work or advocacy. She was trending as a walking contradiction, animated and exposed. And even her usual defenders were silent. 'Cause honestly, how do you defend a flying fake baby bump in the middle of a hospital scene with fireworks going off? You don't. You just hope the internet takes a breath. But spoiler again, they didn't. And the memes? They're only getting stronger. The hashtag royal cringe trended for days, and people were loving every second of it. But this wasn't bullying. This was the internet finally saying, we see through it. The filters, the staged moments, the endless spin. It wasn't royalty. It was reality TV without the honesty to admit it. And here's the truth. Meghan and Harry walked straight into this. South Park didn't hunt them down. They simply held up a mirror. These two said they wanted out of the spotlight. They said they wanted peace. But what they really wanted was to control the camera. And now that someone else is holding it, with jokes sharper than any headline, they've lost control. And the world? It's not laughing with them. It's laughing at them. Then came the ending. South Park's mic drop. The part that made even the most jaded viewers sit up and go, wait, did that really just happen? Picture it. Cartoon Meghan, still in full glam mode, proudly uploads her chaos-filled documentary to YouTube. She's beaming, convinced this is her viral masterpiece. The hospital's in shambles, the pillow bump's been exposed, and Cartman's fireworks are still smoking in the background. But then, reality hits. The video gets 12 views. Just 12. And half of those? Cartman refreshing the page over and over. It's the kind of ending that's almost too perfect. Too real. Because in real life, Meghan's attempts to go viral have been flopping. Her Spotify deal? Cancelled. Her projects? On pause. The gap between how Meghan sees herself and how the world sees her is growing wider by the day. And this episode didn't whisper that gap. It screamed it. Meghan wanted to be seen as a visionary. Instead, she became the punchline of a cartoon watched by millions. And Harry, his animated self stumbles into the delivery room shouting that now iconic line, "Respect our pregnancy." It was supposed to feel powerful. Instead, it became meme fuel. 'Cause that line, dramatic, desperate, and unintentionally hilarious, sums up everything wrong with their image. Always trying to turn personal moments into political statements. Always demanding privacy while voluntarily standing in the spotlight. And when Kyle asks, "Wait, are you the one who's pregnant now?" the silence says it all. Harry stammers. The fireworks go off, and the scene fades out on the perfect note. South Park didn't need to invent anything. Meghan's belief that all this was powerful storytelling just makes it more tragic. In her head, she's still the misunderstood icon, but to the world, she's the lead in a cartoon she can't control.